Hey, what's up, guys? Jeff Hansen here. Trying to turn this music on. I don't know what this is, though. Thank you, man. 1 second, guys. I'll be back to you okay. All right, here we go. All right, we live. Live. All right. And any comments or questions, please feel free to answer, to ask any comments or questions you may have on some of the information I'm going to share tonight. Let me pull this back a little bit so we can actually feel like we in the picture here. Yeah, okay. So, oftentimes I talk to people about, my journey, about how I got and how I'm doing, going from homelessness to where I am actually today. Give me 1 second here. And a lot of times I speak in terms of like, what I did, what books I read and things of that nature. Let me see here. I'm trying to pull it up so I can actually see. Here we go. Cool. Right. You see. Yeah. Okay. Let me turn this down. I'm just turning my TV down so I don't hear an echo. Okay. All right. Yeah. And a lot of times when I speak to people about it, I guess sometimes they get exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes they don't. And so in this video, I'm going to try to lay out some concrete, like systematic steps. Thank you. Someone else joined. I appreciate it. Please, go to the comments and just say I'm here or say your name so I can give you a shout out and so on and so forth for coming into the live. All right. My glasses are going to be crooked and I'm going to be messing with them because they're not, kind of bought them in Walgreens and they kind of like, ugh, they're just horrible, man. I can't even see. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, right. All right. So first of all, for those that don't know, let me talk about, where I've come from. I used to be a homeless veteran, sleeping on the subways. And one I remember crystal clear. I was saying, what is the difference? What is the difference with me being, now hold on, are you guys doing live viewer comments show up on screen? If this is an example, some destination, I want to know why I'm not getting your comments. I think you guys are giving comments in the private chat. Yes. Okay, right. Music is really loud, Stacy. I like your glasses. Oh, you are so sweet. Okay. You guys, Stacy, you are so sweet, babe. Thank you so much. You like my glasses? All crooked and everything. Anyway, all right. I started using some principles like in the law of attraction and things like that. You guys that know me, you know that I used to be very much so into church. Still am into the study of the Bible. Still is into God, the Creator. But a lot of the cliches and things like that I found was not working for me. I ended up homeless on the subways as a homeless veteran. Okay, now I was looking around. I just got really, really, really tired of looking around saying, why can't I have the more money? Why can't I live in a nice house? Why can't I have these things? And because I was putting this energy out into the universe, what happened was that answers started presenting themselves to me, such as the only difference between me and someone that has money, someone that's building a beautiful life for themselves, is information. That is the only difference. It ain't because someone's cursed. Someone's cursed and it's the curses of God or all that. It's not that. It really, really, really isn't. What it really is information. They have different information than you have, or they are applying the information they have. So I was like, what is this information? So at the time, I had heard of the law of attraction, um, but I was like, really, it got to be Bible or whatever, because I was locked in. Because a lot of times in church, people are very close-minded, so they don't want to hear anything outside of the Bible, and it's cool. I get it. That didn't work for me, because I'm homeless on the trains and I'm going to church every Sunday, every Tuesday, every Friday. I'm going to church. I'm paying my tithes. I'm paying my offering. I'm going to church. I'm doing all these different things, and then I'm going back into the subway to sleep for the night. Something's wrong with that picture. Now, I've had people say, hey, someone else joined. Thank you for joining the live. I'm really just getting started. Thank you for TBY. TBYE stands for the best you ever. Okay, so I'm sleeping on the subways. I'm going, all right, if I'm doing all these things in church and it's not working, I'm getting pay this offering, 7 days, you're going to be blessed, God's going to make a way, blah, blah, blah. All of those things are true, but they all fall within the confines of the principles that's been laid down. Okay, now in church, you say God. In science, they say energy, vibration, law of attraction, things like that. Okay? To show you the parallels is simply this. God, no beginning, no end. He's before the Alpha, and he's actually the Omega, the beginning of everything, end of everything, right? Okay. Energy has no beginning and it has no end. Omniscience is everywhere, is all knowledge, all information, whatever. Everything is made of energy. Science proves this through whatever they prove it to, okay? But science proves it. Okay, now, so my question was, how can I manifest the life I want to manifest? What is the difference with the information other people got that's making millions of dollars, that's traveling the world and got the ideal family and all? What is the difference? And the difference was information. So in my bag, me sleep on the subways, in my bag, I had two books. I had the Holy Bible and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, here's my gift to any guest. If any of you stay for the whole show, okay, it's maybe be 25, 30 minutes at the most. You stay for the whole show, I'm going to give you a free copy of the audiobook of Think and Grow Rich, okay, by Napoleon Hill. All right, now, okay, so I'm starting to read these books. I have to learn how to glean the principles out. So one of the principles in the book was that what the mind of man can conceive and believe, he can achieve. Now, like, okay, so you're telling me anything I can think of in my mind, I can manifest. So I want to know how to do it. So I kept reading, kept studying. I had already been very studious in the Bible, okay? But I didn't know exactly how. The way I was told to apply the principles was not working for me. Now I'm saying, if you're in church and you're doing your thing and God is blessing you and giving you what you pray for and all that, fine. I'm just saying, for me, it wasn't working, because I had watched my mother pray and do all this all her life, and she died sick and broke. I watched my brother, who was a minister. My mother was a reverend. My brother was a minister, had his own a gospel group or whatever, died sick and broke. So my thing was, I have to learn from the experiences I had. So I said, okay. As I started studying and learning, I saw parallels between what Think and Grow Rich was saying and what the Bible was saying. But the Think and Grow Rich was showing it systematically and doctrinally how to do these things. Like someone would tell you, just have faith, right? Okay, here's the question. How do you have faith? Well, every man's given the measure of faith. Okay, I'm given a measure of faith. How do I apply it to my situation? How do I apply it so that my life becomes better? Because I've been applying it the way you guys have been telling me. It sounds like a lot of hocus pocus, but I believed it and I did it. And I was not getting what I set out to achieve. I wasn't achieving it. So how do I apply it? Went back to science. Science says this: a prayer is not God, prayer requests to God or to the universe is whatever you pay attention to. Listen to that principle. Whatever you pay attention to, that is your request to the universe of what you want. Let me give you some scriptures for those that are Bible and church. Okay. The principle is this. If you pay attention to something, the universe hears it. And what it does, it gives you resources. It lets you meet people, places, and things that will bring about what you were paying attention to. Good, bad, or indifferent. Good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. So what am I saying? Well, here's the thing. In my world, when I was homeless, what was I paying attention to? I was paying attention to the train. I was paying attention to the people. I was paying, right. So guess what? In that environment, guess what? I could, the only thing I could manifest was what was in my environment. What I was presently experiencing. This is why most people's lives never change, because they never get a compelling vision of their future, not their past and not their present. This is why even affirmations tell you, don't say I'm going to be, or down the road I'm going to, because all you're going to manifest is more going to. You have to speak it as if it's already here. Now let me give you some scripture. The scripture says, to him who speaks those things that are not as though they were. That's scripture. Okay. Now, in the quantum physics universe, or let me quote unquote put it, or in the quantum field, I can put it like this, the imagination, okay, it is another plane of existence, meaning that, okay, have you ever had a dream? Okay, is the dream in the physical world? No, it is not. It's in another universe. It's in another, and I don't want to get spooky here, but it's in another plane of existence. Now, have you ever had a feeling in your imagination, in your dream, a nightmare or whatever? The nightmare went away when you woke up, but you still had the feelings. You still had things, remnants of it in the physical world. That's because usually you had a strong emotional response to it, and it added strength and power to that picture, and it began to manifest in the real world through your fears and apprehensions and things like that. Well, if you can do it for a nightmare, you can do it for your dreams, visions, and ideas. And what happens is it has to be so solid, that it becomes so real in the quantum world, the energy, the creative energy that it begins to emanate, pushes it through all the different dimensions into the physical world. Now, let's talk about, I'm going to tell you about how it applied to me being homeless. So I began to understand that I had to now pay attention to a world that was not the physical world. I had to start paying attention to what I was imagining, my imagination, or my image nation, a nation of images that I now pay so much attention to that they begin to manifest in my desires, in my focus, in my speech. And as my speech changes, my focus changes, my attention changes, it becomes more real in the quantum world, and it begins to emanate a creative energy in the physical world. Now, some people say, no, I don't believe that. You just got to go out and work. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. How well has that been working for you? And is it concrete steps that others can apply? I know for a fact, like today, like right now, I weigh 218, 19 pounds. When I first discovered this and started learning this, I was weighing 171 pounds. I was real thin. But as I continued, boom, 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 started Well, I'm on my phone, so I can't really show you, but I have a picture of a bodybuilder. His name is Simeon Panda. And I put that on my phone when I was 49 years old, 171. You know what? Today, I am almost 219, 220, 6'2", and tight waist and the whole nine. Because I kept watching it, kept putting it in front of me, kept putting it in front of me. My desires for it started increasing. Even Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs said it. What do we covet? What do we intensely desire? We intensely desire the things that we see every single day. And the more we see those things, guess what? The more power it emanates, and that power, that force, will force itself upon the physical world. And that's in anything you do. That's why vision boards work. Vision boards work because they keep you focused and they keep your attention. And the longer they keep your attention, the more force they emanate. The more emotional you can get about that vision, the more emotional you can get about where you're going. What you're doing is now you're getting energy from a future reality. That's what a vision is. The first thing God gives you is a vision, a compelling vision. Think about it. Moses' vision changed his whole life. Martin Luther King vision, Malcolm X's vision, changed their lives. When you get a vision so strong and so powerful in your imagination or the quantum field, it begins to emanate an energy that will manifest in the physical world. Have you ever, like I said before, I'm going over something again. Have you ever dreamed so hard? The movie Inception talked about it. You dreamed it so hard that when you left the quantum world or the dream world, it was manifesting in the real world. Think about that. Feelings that was based on a future that's not here yet, not in the physical world yet, caused you to feel in the physical world based upon what was in the quantum field or the imagination. Now, there's 3 levels of consciousness. I believe it might be 4, but I know the 3. The 3 I know is you have your alpha state. That's when you're fully conscious. You have your theta state, which is subconscious. It's right above unconsciousness, but it's beneath alpha or fully conscious. Now, in that state, and this is what hypnosis does. Hypnosis puts your alpha mind to sleep, your conscious mind to sleep, so that now you're into a theta state. Theta state is hypnosis, meaning where you're open, your subconscious mind is open to suggestion. That's why it's called a hypnotists do it all the time. It's called a post-hypnotic suggestion. They give you a post-hypnotic suggestion in a theta state where you're semi-conscious. It goes directly into your subconscious mind, which doesn't know the difference between fact or fiction. The subconscious mind believes it, but he gives you a key word. He'll say traffic, per se. Wake you up in your conscious mind. You're not familiar. You don't know what he's planted in your subconscious mind. So then what happens is you're talking to him and you say, yo, the traffic was bad today. He starts doing whatever that command was. Well, you can do it in your life yourself. Think about it. Your mind is the most powerful computer ever in all existence. And guess what? You were never given instructions. So now 95% of all your actions are subconscious programs running. That's why it's so hard to change your actions. That's why it's so hard to stay consistent in the gym. That's why it's so hard to go about this new entrepreneurial program consistently, because there's programs down in you constantly running. And when your conscious mind, which is 5% of your actions, go against your subconscious mind, which is 95% of your actions, it has no chance. That's why drug addicts will continuously go back. Recidivism. Go right back, go right back, go right back. Because their body, which is their subconscious mind, which is the manifestation of their subconscious mind, has learned the action better through a program than the conscious mind can deal with. I'm telling you right now, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. Remember, good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't matter. I dare you for 30 days. When you first wake up, say 5 times. It's all you got to do. It. Say 5. I'm going to show you how to actually accelerate that and make it even more powerful. But 5 times in the morning, say, when you wake up, I do 2 push-ups a day every day. Got to do them on your knees. I don't care. Don't even do them the first couple of days. Just say it for 30 days. I do 2 push-ups every day. I do 2 sit-ups every day. I do 2 squats every day. You do that for 30 days, I guarantee you. Forget 30. I guarantee you by day 10, you'll be doing the exercises. You know why? Because now you have downloaded a new program. And the more you say it, the more you do it, you're going to get stronger and you're going to add more and more. And the more real it becomes, remember, in the subconscious mind, the more it will emanate an energy that will cross over into the physical world. It's going to be just as hard as it is for you to be consistent now, it will be just as hard to be inconsistent with what you program in. But the key is this. When someone else downloads programs in your subconscious mind, it's for their interest in your life and not yours. And this is why, and you want to know what kind of programs is in your subconscious mind? It's very easy to see. Look around your world. If you have bad relationships consistently, guess what? It has nothing to do with the men in your life. It has nothing to do with the women in your life. It all has to do with how you've been programmed to see relationships and react to relationships. If you've been around a lot of divorces and a lot of separations and stuff like that, chances are you will manifest it because that is what you learned through repetition, especially emotionalized repetition. And so that's the key. The key is to start reprogramming your subconscious mind so that you now are building a world in your nation of images or your image nation or your imagination that becomes so real, it emanates an energy that pulls you into a more compelling future that you have designed for yourself. That's how you manifest. And I know people say, oh no, it's about action. What precedes action? What comes before action? What comes before you before you work out in the gym? What are you thinking is what's keeping you out of the gym? What are you thinking is what keeps you inconsistent with what you're trying to do? What kept me on the subways was not that I liked it there. It was because I was raised in poverty, grew up in poverty, had poverty all my life, and that's who I interacted with. I didn't know one person that could raise $1,000 if they really needed it. A guy like that has to end up somewhere not that great. And if he doesn't change his mind, it's like spitting at a whirlwind. It ain't gonna change the other stuff neither. Thank you. I see some comments here. Oh, wow. Oh, Jarrell, man. I see. Yeah, man. It's kind of crazy, right? I'm telling you right now, guys, this is the secret to manifestation. And no, I'm not selling no course or anything like that. I'm just giving you the facts. I can prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. Because remember, this stuff works whether you program or not. You're going to be programmed. That's why businesses spend so much freaking money in advertising because they're constantly programming you. So when you're in that shop right or the store, guess what? No one has to tell you to buy that impulse item. The impulse comes from the power that's emanating from the quantum field. And as it emanates in the quantum field, it radiates an energy you can't get away from. Because that energy is spilling over into your physical world. It will spill over into your desires. Kids won't even be hungry, but they'll see the golden arches. Mommy, Daddy, I want to go to McDonald's. Not even hungry because you just fed them. But they want McDonald's. Why? Because those desires came from the commercials that radiated inside of them, and it created other desires. Your desire. Think about this. You cannot directly control your desires. You can't say, I'm going to love them or I'm going to love them or I'm going to do. No, you can't. But you know how, but you can be indirectly control of your emotions. You know how you do that? Very simple. If you think of something sad, don't you get sad? If you think of something happy, don't you get happy? Depressed people will tell you, I am overindulgent in my thinking of myself. Depression, suppression is all an example of an overemphasis on the concentration of yourself and the flaws, and you beat up yourself. Of course you're going to be depressed. But I tell you what, you want to snap out of that? Go to a hospital with AIDS people and you just want to help. Guess what? You'll change because your attention, remember what I said, your prayer to the universe, or quote unquote God if you're religious, your prayer to the universe is what you pay attention to. Your request to the universe is what you pay attention to. And what will manifest in your life will be what you focus on. Remember, where the focus goes, the energy, the creative energy flows. So, ladies and gents, I told you I was not going to be long. Now, if you have any questions about it, you want to know how to manifest it faster, create a more emotional response to the things in the quantum world. Emotions is an energy. Emotions is actually inner motion in a particular direction. And you guide that direction. That's why meditation works. All of those things, that's why affirmations work. It's directing your energy. Do it on purpose. Stop letting the TV direct you more, or the reality TV direct you so much, or rap music direct your energy so much. Put in something 10, 15 minutes a day that's directing you towards your compelling future. Because I promise you, once you do it 1 or 2 times, oh, you will be sold. Because I'm telling you right now, and mind you, I was a homeless veteran, and right now, seriously, I'm living in a 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom penthouse apartment. I have a vehicle outside. My bills are being paid. I'm about to go to a whole nother level in trucking. It's amazing. And I'm in the best physical condition I've ever had. Why? Because I decided to take control of my programming. So God bless you, ladies and gents. It's been going on for almost 30 minutes. Wow. Where the focus goes, the creative energy flows. Exactly, Jarrell. Exactly. That's why so many advertisers pay big bucks to get your attention. Big bucks to get your attention. Your attention is worth, you take somebody's attention, you take their life. Even like driver's ed, if you ever go in driving ed, you know what they say in driver's ed, which is crazy? If you get into a skid or something like that, look away from the wall. You know why? Because where you look, that's the direction the car is going to go. They have blinders on horses for that reason. Because race horses oftentimes will be looking around, and that's they blinders to keep us looking straight ahead. Because where the attention goes, your creative energy flows. God bless you, ladies and gents. This is T-by Jeff Hansen, aka the Silver Fox. And listen, I promised you guys that whoever stays to the end, I'm going to give you a link. I'm going to give you a copy of the book, Think and Grow Rich, audio book, Think and Grow Rich. It's the audio book. I'm going to tell you, let me give you this link. I'm going to give you this link, and you can go here and you can actually listen to the whole book for free. I'm going to give that to you, and let me see here. And okay. Send me the link to this video as soon as you can. Okay. Jarrell, did you want the link to the book? Just answer in the chat. If you want a link to the book, okay, come to the Newark LA Fitness. Come to Newark LA. Oh, and that's what you want me to send you a book? If you give me your phone number, I could send you the link right now, man. I could give you the link right after the show because I'm about to end the show. Any questions? Anybody have any kind of questions? Okay. All right, I'll give it to you next time I'm there. All right, Jarrell. And thanks for coming, man. Thanks for listening and hearing the show. All right. And I will definitely send the link. Is there anyone? Hey, no problem, man. Is there anyone else? There's 2 people on. Is who's the other? Okay, it's 3 people on now. Okay, I would say go back to the beginning of the show, because the show is over now. It's only from 7 o'clock, so I try to keep it under 30 minutes. Right now I'm a little bit over 30 minutes, but I'm telling you right now, guys, go back and watch the show. It's all you have to do is post it. I record all the shows so you can watch them at your leisure when you have plenty more time. And remember, this is TBYE stands for the best you ever. This is where we give tips and strategies on becoming the best you ever, going from you 1.0 to you 2.0. And trust me in this, if you apply what's in this video, it will change your life. And please come back and let me know the results. And I don't care what it is you want in your life. If you use your imagination or your imagination into the quantum field and create a compelling future, it will change the course of your life. This is T-By. God bless you. And thank you guys so much for coming out. Every day, 7 p.m. from 7 to 8. God bless you. May heaven smile upon you.